Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, but just in case you're new here, my name is Mike, and we have Monster MAYhem reveal number 3. This time we got two figures that they announced 2 years ago. We got a little bit of a teaser, and now they're finally here to look at in all their glory, along with all of their accessories, product details, estimated shipping months, and they're available for pre-order right now. I'm so excited, I can't wait any longer. So let's go ahead and slice right into it. Alright everybody, before we take a look at all the pictures that we got for not only Krampus, but our favorite, well, at least my favorite killer toy minion of his, the Der Klown, which I didn't even know he was called that, so that's kind of cool. I just called him the Killer Jack in the Box, the Killer Clown, things of that nature. But before we get into all the photos and all of their accessories and all of the good stuff, let's just take a little trip down memory lane. Do you guys remember in 2022, 2 years ago, we got this image right here? Neca already announced that we were going to get these figures. And almost a year, the whole year went by, we got nothing, heard nothing. Everyone was like, what the hell, where's it, what happened to it? People were blowing up Neca every 5 seconds in every post, no matter what it was about, from TMNT to, Chucky. People always wanted to know, where were these figures at? Finally, fast forward over a year later, at San Diego Comic-Con, they showed us these figures in their glory. You can see them right here, but they also showed one more thing that Neca has yet to officially announce, at least in Monster MAYhem, but they were shown at San Diego Comic-Con. Take a look at this. This is the Krampus Creature Pack. Now, it was just in prototype stages at the time of San Diego Comic-Con, but I would assume that we're going to get these guys not too far out from Krampus and the Clown. So we're going to have to go ahead and see what happens with that. I'm super excited to get the rest of the clan to go with Krampus and the Clown. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at all the photos and all the accessories and all the product details right now. Holy shit. We got Monster MAYhem reveal number 3, and oh boy, it is a doozy. This is one I've been waiting for, a lot of people have been waiting for, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Right here, we're looking at Krampus with his horns, his long beard, all of his chains, the shackles, his robe cloak. Everything looks so freaking cool. The detail on this figure is absolutely astounding to me. And of course, what you see in his hand right there is the iconic snow globe. From the end of the film, I'm not going to spoil it just in case somebody out there hasn't seen it. The iconic snow globe with the Engels family house in the snow globe looks absolutely amazing. We got Krampus here in the snow this time. We get a clear shot of his giant hooved feet, because that's the kind of feet he had in the movie, of course. And he looks so menacing. His arms spread out. His long, thin fingers look just absolutely grotesque looking and so accurate. One thing I really love too is they got the rings on his fingers. I remember in the film, I've watched the movie like 5 times. I've watched it with both my daughters, and I noticed that he always had those rings on, so I'm so glad that those are a part of the figure as well. Makes me so happy. He's got, in this photo, his long tongue is sticking out. Now, he does actually have 2 tongue accessories. You can have him without his tongue sticking out, or with or without. But one of the tongues actually has a wire in it. It's a wired tongue, so you can pose it however which way you like, which is super cool. Just adds for more photos and more displayability there. So that's really cool with the tongues. And you also get to see what Neca claims is to be real chains. And of course, they're weathered to look old and grimy, just like from the film. And all of the trinkets that are hanging on the chains that hang off of Krampus. Little padlocks, human bones, things of that nature. Such an awesome figure. Here we got another shot of the Krampus looking menacing as a motherfucker. You see his hands are wide open, chains are dangling, but we also get to see that he's got a little bit of articulation in the wrist there. He's got a joint there in his wrist, so his hands will clearly be able to go up and down, and I assume they'll turn from side to side. As far as articulation in his arms, I do believe he has slight articulation in his arms, as far as what I know. That's what I've been reading. That's what I've been told. So that's pretty cool. But again, this being a deluxe figure, this is not a, oh, this is, 30 points of articulation figure, because he's really not. This is a deluxe figure, and if you don't know, this guy's going to be about 11 inches tall. He's going to be a big, big figure. And people that saw it in all of his glory at San Diego Comic-Con said this figure is bigger than you even think it is. And just by this size here, you see the sheer width and the sheer width of Krampus, because he was a monster of a creature in the film. And this really, really shows that. He is absolutely massive looking in this photo. So cool. He's in the snow. I love the pictures that Neca does with these shots. They make these figures just stand out and look so damn cool. Here's another zoomed in on Krampus with his mouth open, his fingers stretched out, looking menacing as hell. All of his trinkets. A little bit darker background. His horns are in full glory, excuse me. Another shot of Krampus holding the iconic snow globe. I love it. I love it. I love it. I saw some people saying that there was a real fabric on this figure, and I'm not quite sure where that comes from, because the fabric around the cuffs and the hood of his cloak does not look like soft goods fabric to me. It looks sculpted, painted plastic to me. So I'm not sure where they got that from. I could be wrong, but I've read the description several times, and I'm not sure where they're getting that real fabric from. But I could be wrong. Here we got Krampus here with some more of his accessories. If you've seen the movie, he has the gift box that he gives to the main boy of the story. And what does he unwrap that day, that Christmas morning? None other than the Krampus bell. Greetings from the Krampus. So cool. I love that that's an accessory. I love that the Krampus right here, this is where I think the best shot, where you really see all the chains and the bones and the mini padlocks, the trinkets is what, Neca is calling them. All of the trinkets hanging off of the chains that you see in full glory on Krampus right here. The absolutely massive figure. The detail on this figure is so damn good, it almost looks like a statue, like a PCS statue or something. This is so damn perfect, Neca. You guys killed it. And right here, we get to see the accessories that we're going to get with Krampus. We're going to get 7 hands in total. We're going to get 7 hands in total. We're going to get 2 tongues, 1 wired. We're going to get the little gift box with the Krampus bell in the box. We're going to get the bell with the wrapping on it. And we're also going to get the iconic snow globe along with one of the coolest monsters themselves and one of my personal favorite horror Christmas movies. It's number 1 or number 2 for me. It's this and Gremlins that I go back and forth in my head. So that's a closer look at the Krampus, everybody, and what we can expect in October 2024. But that's not all. Monster MAYhem also announced one of Krampus's killer menacing toys. So let's take a look at him. All right, Monster MAYhem came through. They actually showed this guy off a little bit before they showed off Krampus, but we got him on the same day. And I actually didn't see this announcement until I saw Krampus, and then I got to see them both at the same time, and I lost my shit at work, and it was a whole thing. So this is absolutely stunning. He's called Der Klown, which I didn't even know that. Again, I just called him, the killer clown, the Jack in the Box, the coolest killer toy in the whole movie. That's what I always called him. I mean, when it comes to him and Jack Attack, there are some seriously awesome killer Jack in the Box toys in horror. So anyway, this just looks, absolutely phenomenal. The detail, the sculpting, the paint app, everything on this figure is so accurate. His neck scruffles, his little suit, his vest. Everything about this figure is absolutely stunning and creepy in the best way humanly possible. Now this shot here, this literally made me pop. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. I popped when I saw this. This is one of the coolest accessories that I've ever seen. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. I've been thinking about these Krampus figures since I saw the movie, and especially in 2022 when they teased that we're going to get them. And I'll be honest with you, out of all the times I've thought about this figure, and all the times I lie down, I close my eyes, and I think about these figures coming out at night, I never even thought about an accessory of the daughter's Jordan's feet sticking out of the clown's mouth when the clown eats her in the attic of that film. It's so cool. I love that you can have the feet sticking out of the clown's mouth. It's creepy, it's awesome, it's accurate, and it's beautiful. The next shot we have here is a long shot you see of the clown and just how massive this deluxe ultimate figure is actually going to be. I've been told that length to length, width-wise, this thing sits about 10 to 10.5 inches long. This is a big-ass figure, you guys. We're going to have to clear some shelf space for this guy. This is absolutely awesome. And if you don't know, his body is actually articulated as well. And if you look in the photo, you can see just below his hand, and it looks like a little bit past that, maybe toward the middle end, and also the very end right before the Jack-in-the-Box. It looks like he has 3 articulation joints there. So it looks like he'll be able to kind of pose how you want him if you want to turn the Jack-in-the-Box up or sideways. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a snake, and he's going to, you're going to be able to, bend and twist, you Stretch Armstrong shits, but I think it's going to have some articulation in his body to give you some play with him, which is super cool. And yep, just like we see here, yep, you get to see his the tail end of his body actually up, because in the film he did that. I think he would shake it like a rattlesnake, if I remember correctly. He looks so creepy and so innocent and so perfect. The paint application. I'm so excited I can't even talk. I love this figure so much. I'm pre-ordering this as soon as I'm done with this video. Love the look of this figure. He comes with, of course, one of his accessories is going to be the little handkerchief. Looks like he just enjoyed himself a nice meal. So he's kind of, probably burping and patting his mouth, cleaning himself up after a nice meal. And this very well could have been the meal that he had gotten, which is super cool. Again, a side shot of Jordan's feet inside the clown's mouth. You get a little bit better shot of the clown's vest from the side. Again, the detailing in it, the way it's painted, it's blue, but it looks weathered and dark and old and dirty. It's just brilliant. Here's the clown looking awesome again. Arms are spread out, cheery looking, awesome. Just saying, hey, go ahead and buy me. Take my money. Fucking beautiful. Here we got another shot of the clown. Now you get a better look at another mouthpiece that you're going to get with the Der Klown of his mouth is actually open. You get to see the teeth and the beginnings of how disgusting and disturbing his mouth can actually get. And of course with the handkerchief in his hand as well. Now this we get to see a clear shot of the other 2 articulation points in the body itself, or the tail if you will. Right there, kind of in the middle, and then right toward the top. But the thing that really blew me away the most about this picture is look at that box. It looks perfect in detail and paint application. It is absolutely stunning. It looks old and weathered. I mean, that doesn't look like some freshly painted Jack-in-the-Box. This thing looks demonic and old and creaky and cracking, and it's so perfect. I know camera and lighting have a lot to do with things, but I'm telling you all, if this figure looks like it does, this could be contender for best figure of the year, in my opinion. So then we get a look at Der Klown in all of his glory. You get additional mouthpieces, you get Jordan's feet, you get an extra hand, a handkerchief, and the entire deluxe Der Klown figure looking absolutely phenomenal and, like I said, huge. I've heard this is 10 to 10.5 inches long, so we're going to have to clear up some space on our shelves. But if you love the movie Krampus as much as I do, and you love these creatures and characters as much as I do, almost anything is going to have to come second to this, and they're going to have to get the hell out of the way. So everybody, that was a closer look at all the promotional pictures here we have for Krampus and the Der Klown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, there you have it, everybody. That's all the promotional photos and all of the awesome accessories that we're going to get with these 2 brand new deluxe figures. Now, the estimated shipping month for both of these figures is October 2024. I know a lot of times Neca projects that estimated shipping dates, and they're always subject to change, and a lot of times they don't really ever hit those. But at the same time, this figure has been pushed back and delayed for so long. I really do have faith that Neca is going to get these on shelves and in our hands by October 2024. That's just my gut feeling. I think they're actually going to hit that. So that's super, super exciting. So if you guys are interested in anything more about me or my channel, you can follow me on Instagram right there for a more personal look at my life of horror. And as always, I want to say thank you so much for watching from the bottom of my heart, and remind you that my name is Mike, and this is my design.